Yes, guys, welcome back to another live phone-in, the last phone-in before the dreaded international break comes and bores the next 2 weeks of our lives, as well as a lockdown just to add to it. But what a way to end. Chelsea 4, Sheffield United 1. Yes, our clean sheet streak is over. That is a real mouthache to get out. But there's still another 3 points off the board. Hakim Ziyech is balling out. Our whole midfield is balling out. There's a huge selection headache right now of our attack because of how well Tammy Abraham's playing up front. And the question is of whether Timo Werner is going to be playing on the left still when he comes back, or if it's going to be Christian Pulisic or Hakim Ziyech or even Hudson-Odoi, even though that's been disappearing for weeks now. Defensively, we're very solid, other than the little slip up for the first goal, but that was more of a good set piece, and N'golo Kante just roaming a bit too far forward. But other than that, it weren't really too much. We have a couple guests on now, so I'm not going to waffle too much. If you guys want to hear my review, check out my review live on Carefree Lewis G, which I've just released about 5 or 10 minutes ago. Check that out, but we're going to get our first guest in now. Jay, what are you telling me, bro?
Hey, up, mate, you good?
I am good. What a way to start the international break.
Oh, mate, it's class, isn't it? You ready for this? We're partying.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. And you know what? Your light show's looking better than mine right now. Don't tell me to drop that for whenever you score on the watch-alongs or something like that.
Absolutely. Every time we score, or if I leave the room, I leave this on.
I love that, man. You know what? Might have to scouse that too, but we move. Listen, go on. What's your thoughts?
£5 on Amazon. Yeah, no, I'm gassed, man. I'm really gassed. Yeah, trust me, £5. I'll find it for you. I'm gassed. I think the thing I'm most gassed about is the fact that we went 1-0 down first. And I know that sounds weird, but we went 1-0 down and we didn't look scared. We didn't look rocked. You know, like earlier on in the season, once we conceded one, for some reason, the defenders forgot how to defend. And then that was it. It was done for. It was either drawing or losing. Same with last season. But this season, it didn't change anything. It was a good goal from Sheffield. It didn't change anything. The game plan stayed the same. The performance got even better. And we went on and went on to win 4-1. That's what I'm most happy with, I reckon.
That was the biggest thing for me. It was how are we going to react to going 1-0 down? Because we haven't really seen that with this Chelsea side yet. We've gone down a couple times at the start of this season, but this is a completely different setup, and this is a lot more confidence behind this lineup. And the thing about us was we knew we were going to break them down initially. Like, I don't know if it was the same for your watch along, but for me, like, as soon as we went 1-0 down, I was like, okay, cool. It wasn't a case of like other games where it's like, for fuck's sakes, we got to throw away another 3 points. It wasn't that this time. I was like, cool, 10 minutes in, 1-0 down, and we'll get another couple chances. And look what happened. We were just creating chances like that. We have the key to breaking low blocks now, and his name is Hakim Ziyech, and he is absolutely ridiculous.
It's gas worthy, isn't it? And like you said, the international break is like
it as well. You just can't really express it because we've had Willian on the right-hand side stinking up the wing for the longest, and now we've got Hakim Ziyech with the most pinpoint crosses I've seen in the Chelsea shirt in years.
You saw Chilwell say he literally was like, as long as I'm at the back post, I'm probably going to put it in. He said that because of how good the ball is. How good the ball is from that fucking wizard. I'll never know how he manages it. And today he was the best attacking player. And probably for the past 3 games, he was the best attacking player. Absolutely deserves man of the match. I'm sure everyone's going to go on about how good Ziyech was today because just what a performance he had. He drifted in centrally quite a lot, which I kind of liked as well. Because I wanted him... What I predicted was that he was going to be in the middle and then Hudson-Odoi out on the right. Obviously didn't go that way, but he started to drift in a little bit. It was the playmaker as well as the fucking winger. It was insane. Like, he's so good.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big key point I wanted to talk about. It's not about the fact that he always finds the player. It's about the position. Don't tell. I thought that was a Tottenham shirt for a sec from Fat. Can you see him as well?
Yeah, I just saw it. I just saw the shirt. It's class.
Bro. Okay, fair play, because I thought that was a Spurs show. I was about to kick you off the stream for that. But what I was saying, Ziyech's balls, the thing about them is that they're always in threatening positions. Like that second goal for Ben Chilwell. It wasn't like an amazing finish from Ben Chilwell, and if he didn't smack that straight off the volley or anything, but it was in the perfect position, and all he just needed was a touch.
Yeah, like the ball was so good that I think he touched it with his thigh in the end. Like he just touched it. That's all he needed to do. He could have put any body part on it and it would have gone in. That's how good the ball was. Yeah, it's such a relief. It's so exhilarating to see. And of course, he was injured at the start of the season, so who knows what could have happened if he wasn't? Because he really does change the way we attack. It goes through him to the attackers almost. That's what he seems to be. That guy, like get it out on the right, get it to Reece, get it to him, and it'll go in. And
he's
to be fair, that's where
you need for like a moment of madness. And seeing as someone's asked in the comment section for it, I am just going to play this little quote just for the first few seconds. Because I'm holding on to that for the longest. I can't wait for in December.
Oh, mate. And he's been so poo as well. Like he had a great start at Arsenal, but he's been. I think I saw an Arsenal player, fan saying, "Oh, he's so average," and we were like, "We fucking told you." Like we said.
Like, what do you think we were just moaning about him for bants for the last 3 years?
We just had some weird agenda.
Run your trial expiration date. That's finished now. You're stuck with this guy who's probably going to end the season on 5 assists.
You gave this guy 3 years, mate.
I can't wait to see the type of player he is at 35. Max, I'm holding on for you. 1 second. I'm just gonna. There's the link for you. Let's try and move away from Hakim Ziyech. Because I'll be real, me and you could go for about half an hour minimum just talking about how dirty this guy is with the ball. But let's talk about other players. I was going to say Werner, but to be fair, he did have a bit of a quiet game in this match. The midfield, though.
You know what? Yeah.
Like, this was a guy who hasn't had the best of seasons so far. I wasn't really so sure. I thought we were playing him initially as the lone DM role. But the guy was excellent. The guy nearly had 2 goals on a plate. Got an assist as well, which is something that you don't usually say for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He came in and really proved to why he should be in the squad, really, didn't he? And that's what we've got at Chelsea right now. We've got competition for places, and you know he's fighting now. He's got a fight with Havertz. He's got a fight with Jorginho, and today he really made a statement saying, like, look, no, I can be this player. I can get up, I can attack, and I can get things working. And to be fair, him and Ziyech were probably the most attacking players. They created the most problems for Sheffield. So yeah, he was another up there for probably one of the best players as well. I want to give a massive shout out to Reece James as well. Our whole right side was just deadly, man. Like he stepped up another level of form since last season. He was good last season, and now he's even better this season. And to be keeping the club captain out of a position, he's got to be world class. So yeah, I'm going to give them to another massive shout out.
All right, cool. Any other final thoughts?
Not really. I'm bummed out that we can't continue this form, but I'm happy that the game after the international break is Newcastle. So yeah, that was class. That clip is.
I will play that every damn time he gets an assist on the watch.
Every single game that will be played.
Every single time.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that Newcastle's the game afterwards, because maybe we can come back after the international break, maybe a bit slow, but we could still probably get something from there. So yeah, that's me. Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, as usual, everyone check out the back post, like and subscribe. And I actually do think I got the little logo as well. So yeah, everyone like and subscribe button. Yeah, you probably already dashed that in as well. That was your work.
Oh yeah, that was the watch along. That's sick. I love it. The back post, everyone. Please do follow me. I really appreciate it.
I got you sorted, bro.
My guy.
Oh, I was gonna say I'll see you next game, but it's 2 weeks now. If we don't do another one of these phone-ins during the international break, I'll see you for Newcastle, innit?
Yeah, we could probably do one during the lockdown, just to have a chat about life, innit?
Hey, for another podcast, in my opinion, because it has been a while.
We do. We need to get on that. Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Cool. Well, thanks
for having us, lads.
Massively appreciated.
In a bit, man. In a bit.
All right. Take care, bro. We won't go on for too long because I know that we have a massive queue coming up. So I'm gonna get my next one. Cheyenne. Yes, bro. What are you telling me?
You good, Lewis?
I'm good. How you been?
I'm brilliant. Some people say I'm looking like Hakim Ziyech since I got rid of my beard.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you do as well.
Yeah, I gotta really.
You gotta keep that now.
I know. I'm not shaving it. That's the point of this month. You know.
Oh,
I gotta really. I literally showed my barber Hakim's hair, and I was like, "Give me something like that, something super short." And he's like, "Okay, I'll see what I can do." And then, yeah. So I mean, today's game. Again, disclaimer, you know, Mans is out on a Friday night. He goes to bed late. You know, he wants to sleep a little bit, but I wake up for these Chelsea games. I did start watching when it was 1-1. But from then
I didn't
on,
miss too much.
yeah, I didn't miss too much, luckily. But today's game, man, it's brilliant. You're seeing this team is just looking good. Thiago, I was so happy
They're all
Thiago
trying to
Silva
connect
scored.
together now.
It is. It is. I remember the last time I was here, I was saying Hakim Ziyech looks a little hurt. He doesn't look fully fit. And it seems like now he's starting to get back into the normal swing of things. He looks like I mean, one issue I will have with him is how obsessive he is only using his left foot, which it's fine. It works. But
I mean, a hell of a left foot.
I know he has a great left foot, but he needs to be a little more versatile. But let's pass the point. I'm talking about positives today because now we're in third. As of right now, we're in third. I mean, we're like in legit title contention. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Chelsea are in title contention. This is the team. We have the keeper. We have the defense. We have the offensive power. We have the midfield. Everything is clicking. If people say Chelsea aren't title contenders as Chelsea fans, I think it's a little obscene because I mean, I remember last year there was a point, I remember you spoke about it, was when we were like on an 8-game winning streak. We were kind of like title contenders then, but then was a different story. This is a true winning
team that is full of players that you can believe in. The competition is fierce.
Yeah, exactly. And then also, thing is, it would bug me to say, oh, this is not a year to win the title. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the year Leicester won the title because no one wanted to take it. Leicester, the only team that wanted to take it. And this year, no one seems they want to take the Premier League. Now, Everton's fallen off the mark. Somehow, Manchester United go from Demba doing them dirty to now them beating Everton, which made 0 sense to me. But, I mean, that's Ole. Ole's about to get sacked. That's when Ole's at his best. When he's about to get sacked, he's about to get.
It keeps him in the job for another month at least.
I know, for sure. Agreed. And I think this is Chelsea's season to do it. They got to keep staying consistent. They got to keep doing what they're doing. The goal they scored today, Sheffield's, again, didn't see it live, but I did watch the video for it, it was a fluke almost. I don't know if you got that vibe from it. It didn't seem like it was any like defensive. You know how like we could always like for seasons past, you could always pinpoint like, oh, it was because of this and that and that and this. But I feel like with this one, it was a little bit of a fluke, to be honest, this goal. I mean,
I feel if I'm pinpointing anyone to blame for that, I'd put N'golo Kante because he was just chasing the ball too much. He left the space too exposed. Kovacic comes to chase the guy. He leaves his marker. That guy comes towards the back, and he gets the assist from McGoldrick's goal.
Yeah, that was a very McGoldrick goal of last season when we played against him and got thumped 3-0. But as I said, I personally don't feel like it was anyone to blame. I feel like it was a very fluky, lucky goal. It wouldn't – if Chelsea had that opportunity – like if Sheffield had that opportunity again against Chelsea, it wouldn't happen again. They would have easily had that all covered. And, I mean, from back to front, it looked great. Tammy got a goal. You know, I'm more and more – I mean, Fikayo, again, my favorite academy player coming out from Chelsea. But Tammy's starting to grow more and more each season for me because the guy never complains. He just works and works no matter if he starts, no matter if he doesn't start. You know, this season was a season where we all knew Tammy wasn't going to be the number one guy. And again, big ups to Giroud too. He's a World Cup winner and he's cool being third fiddle. I mean, yes, his age does, he's old, but I mean, he's still not making a fuss either. Frank has done a great job. Tammy's had a great head to be like, you know what, it's fine if Timo plays some games and then Frank puts me in games where he feels like I am needed. And he doesn't complain, and I absolutely love it. That's great. It's a good sight to see that no one's making a fuss within this team. Everyone seems really happy with their playing time. And, I mean, the results are showing, man. Now we're starting – if this was a game last season, or more so maybe 2 seasons ago, when we go down 1 goal, we would not have a reaction like this. Or we would, and when it's 2-1 last season, I mean, similarly, this kind of did happen. We were up 2-0 to Sheffield at home, and we blew the lead. We would be tying in the 90th minute, which we did see against Southampton. But it's good to see we're learning from our mistakes. That's the key. That's the big thing here. We knew in the beginning there was going to be growing pains, but now it's starting to – the truck is starting to roll. And if anything, I know I don't know the gentleman's name that was on before me, but the guy who runs the back post. Right. Yeah, he thinks it's a bummer that the international break is happening. And yes, we are hitting a little bit of form, but if anything, it's a good thing because that means Pulisic will come back even healthier. Players I mean, some will get a rest, some won't, but it's a good because I think the team's getting a little tired because of all these back-to-back Champions League, Premier League games, plus FA Cup's going to be coming soon. So we need more squad depth. So if anything, it's kind of a good thing this is happening. So then more players will be coming back healthy. But all in all, he.
All love.
I mean, this is just it's a brilliant game today. I mean, I can't imagine how much better we're going to be with Pulisic fully fit. I mean, and the thing is too, even in early stage
games this lineup now with Tammy Abraham's form.
Oh, 1,000% he still gets into this lineup. It's not even a question. I mean, this team isn't about, this is what I respect about Frank a lot. It's not more about form that he plays players on. It depends on the opponent, and we've seen it. He changes the lineup depending on who we play. If he knows Timo needs to be the main man up top to break teams being right on the defender's back, running down the line, he plays him at striker and then plays, I mean, even though Hudson-Odoi hasn't started that many games, but Hudson-Odoi on the left, et cetera, Ziyech on the right. So he'll know, I mean, I think he favors Pulisic more than Hudson-Odoi, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, and so once he's back healthy, he's going to be playing them a lot. Mount is really, I mean, he's good as a number 8, Mason Mount, but he's not good out wide. But
definitely.
The thing is this is a good problem to have. It's jerseys,
Yeah,
Chelsea kits. When are you gonna get? Have you gotten the new home kit?
I don't know. Sammy's gonna need to explain that.
What do you mean Sammy's gonna need to explain it?
That's him. That's him in the background. He's modding all of this. That wasn't even me.
Oh, but have you gotten the new Chelsea kit though?
No, I haven't even got last season's home kit. Like, in fact, one sec. This kit that I'm wearing right now is the latest show I've got.
That's the one I got from last season.
I had to get that one first because it's the waviest one of the lot.
Oh,
I'm getting the home kit. I want Tammy Abraham on the back of last season's. I was thinking about who I'm getting for this season's, but now it has to be Hakim Ziyech.
For me, I bought mine a little early, but I'm still happy with my purchase. I'll show you.
Yeah, that's it.
You see
Oh,
it?
you got Kovacic. I mean, player of the season last season. I don't blame you for that.
What's up?
Player of the season last season. That's
and he's still an absolute beast, man. He's better. He's the best midfielder in Croatia. I don't give a fuck who Luka Modric is. He's the best midfielder in Croatia.
Damn right.
But yeah, I mean, just to recap everything, I don't know if you agree with it. Today's game, brilliant, 1-4-1. I think the goal is a bit of a fluke. Again, in my heart, another great defensive performance. I think other than that goal, we were lights out. We were lights out in this game. And I think Chelsea are now title contenders, and we are, as much as people don't want to agree with it, I think we are underdogs going into this Champions League season. Our campaign has been underrated. We have conceded 0 fucking goals, which is mind-blowing to me. I've never seen, even the year we won the damn Champions League, we were defensively awful. So I'm saying this is a year where Chelsea can be shooting for a Premier League or a Champions League, maybe both, depending on all circumstances. This team's so depthy. I'm really happy to see it. I mean, Sheffield are bottom of the table. I was nice to not – I mean, Ampadu didn't play. Their best player didn't even play today, which was very sad to see. But I'm really happy. Nice, easy, comfortable 4-1 win. Seasons past, this wouldn't have never happened. And I'm just happy. And then international break's going to happen. We come back. We play Newcastle, who have actually looked half decent, so it won't be that much of a walk in the park. But again, hopefully it'll be another W. We'll be closer to top of the table. We'll be winning the title. London is always blue.
Damn right. Just like America is right now as well.
It is. That's true. Yeah, it was the election. Yeah.
Yeah, Biden's gone through with it now, isn't he?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, that was. I don't follow much politics personally, but yeah, I've seen it all over social media. My friends are texting me about it, so it's inevitable for me to see. And I live here, so you see it. Pulisic is blue. Biden is blue. Everywhere is blue, baby.
America is blue. London is blue. The whole world is blue.
Exactly.
But yeah, bro, thanks for jumping on anyway. It's been massively appreciated.
Yeah, good. It's good talking to you, Lewis. And of course, guys, subscribe to Blues Fans TV. They need to have me on a podcast. Check out the
Next Gen Pod as well while you're at it.
Check out Next Gen Pod, even though I've been very lazy with episodes, but I will be producing more soon. Uni absolutely kills me.
You'll be back soon anyways. Yeah. Bro, thanks for jumping on. Massively.
Yeah, good talking to you. See you, Lewis.
Right, we're going to roll through quickly. I've got one of my mates from the Sheffield United fan channel here. Hal, what are you saying, bro?
Carefree Lewis G. Nice to see you again. You all right, my friend?
I'm good. How are you feeling coming out of that? 'Cause it was a good start from you guys. I can't give you that. I mean, I thought it was going to be one of those frustrating games, but it's been a different Chelsea side to last season.
I mean, I enjoyed the first 9 minutes, and that was about it. It was absolutely terrible performance from us. Our new left back, Max Lowe, arguably cost us 3 goals. Our defensive display really poor. I think for the Blades, it's just a concern. Like, why aren't we playing the same intensity, the same way that we played last season? You saw us last season. You and I discussed how well we played against Chelsea in previously last season, and even in previous years. We always seem to perform quite well against Chelsea. We didn't really turn up today, and I felt it was fairly comfortable for your boys.
Yeah, I do feel like there's a case of expectations in it. Like, we kind of thought this was going to be that sort of game going into it. I did think it was going to be a little bit different when you guys went 1-0 up. Yeah, your left back did suffer some issues today, but again, facing Hakim Ziyech on form like that, I think it would have been a massive struggle for him anyway.
Yeah, you're right. And it's maybe a bit unfair to throw Max Lowe, who's come from Derby County. So Frank Lampard knew Max Lowe very well and really got the best out of Lowe and the other fullback, Bogle, who we haven't seen play for Sheffield United in the league yet. He didn't play today. But Max Lowe and Bogle both came from Derby County, a Derby County side that Frank Lampard made good. And those two really excelled under Frank, and I think maybe that's why Wilder threw Max Lowe in today. But yeah, you're right. Again, Ziyech, he didn't look like he was up for it at all. It was a man against a boy, and Max Lowe lost out every single time. Really poor. Ball that was played back for the final goal as well, and it was him that was up against Chilwell when Ramsdale kind of pulled out, and Chilwell also kind of pulled out, but Chilwell got something on the ball.
Yeah, again, it was just a Hakim Ziyech delivery. Like, we've been talking about him so much already in this entire phone-in, but it's just been how ridiculous he's been over the last few games. I think with you, like, it's just the wrong time. I think maybe if you lot faced us earlier in the season, you might have had a better result or fancied yourself a bit different. But the way Chelsea have been right now, we're starting to click at the exact perfect time for right now, and it was just us bursting for results. I will say, though, you did make it hard for us, especially throughout that first half.
Yeah, there were times we made it hard, and we looked like, particularly, first half, we looked interested. As soon as that third goal went in, we completely capitulated. I've got a lot of friends who support Chelsea, and obviously you can imagine this has been quite a tough one for me with the messages on WhatsApp. One thing I did say to them, which I'll say the same to you, is I really hope that Chelsea can now mount a serious title charge. I think we'd like to see that.
I hope. I really just hope. And yeah, sorry about that. That's just Sammy again. But any positives that you guys think you can take out of this game? I mean, it is a 4-1 loss, so there isn't going to be much that you can take. But is there any positives you can see?
It's all doom and gloom, Lewis. I mean, we've spent all this money on Ryan Brewster, who had 5 touches in the whole match. He was absolutely invisible. He's our
the Kante effect, though. That's the thing.
Well, Kante's incredible. What a player. What we would give for a Kante. The player I told you about when we did the preview, Sander Berge, had probably his worst game in a Sheffield United shirt. I know from you being a Chelsea fan, you won't have watched these players as closely as I did, because you watch it from a completely different perspective. I was just kind of watching how the Sheffield United players performed. None of our players turned up really in the way that we can play. So is there anything we can take from it? We can't play any worse. It's the biggest defeat I've seen us take since we got back into the Premier League. It's probably our worst performance. What can we take from it? If we start going, rather than looking forwards, we need to go backwards. We need to go back to playing the way we did literally last time we played Chelsea.
Yeah, and to be fair, your run of games afterwards seem a bit favourable. You do have Leicester 3 games in, but West Ham at home, West Brom away, that's going to be a big game for you guys at the bottom of the table as well. And then Manchester United, just to wrap it up as well.
Yeah, we did all right against Man United. We put 3 goals past Man United at Bramall Lane last season. But the game against West Brom, I wouldn't want to be a Sheffield United player facing them, because they'll all know they absolutely have to win. You kind of feel like either whoever wins that game will feel like they can stay up, and whoever loses it will feel like that's it, they're going down.
All right, well, any final thoughts, bro?
I mean, just, good luck for the rest of the season. I think, if you guys stick by Lampard, you've got such a good squad. I love watching you play when you're not playing against Sheffield United. I told you before, I've got a soft spot for Chelsea. I think your fans are fantastic, and I wish you well.
Thank you, man. And guys, also please, if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe to Sheffield United Way, the biggest fan channel for all your Sheffield United news. So if you guys want to check out some of their content, please do check it out. We're going to leave a link down in the description below as well. Bro, thank you again for jumping on. It's been massively appreciated. I've been able to get an idea of how the game's been going before and after from a Sheffield United fan's perspective as well. So massively appreciate it, bro. Thanks for jumping on.
Lewis, it's been great speaking with you, and we'll speak again when we face each other again later in the season.
Of course. Definitely. Thanks for coming on, bro. Massively appreciate it. Take care. Well, again, always great to get an opposition fan's perspective. And if you guys want to see more opposition fans jump on these phone-ins as well, let us know and we'll get them more involved too. We'll move on to our next guest. Fata. Yes, bro.
Yeah, man. No, it's the 5-star performance by Chelsea. Oh my dear God, Hakim Ziyech, man. Jeez. It's like watching a poetry in motion with that left foot. Oh my days, though. How many assists he had this evening? 6 assists, 6 long balls complete. I mean, oh my days.
Give me a sec to search up the stats, but I can find out. Go on.
Yes, 6. We haven't had the best left foot player since Arjen Robben days. I mean, Ziyech is another different breed, though. I mean, that guy is just like, oh my God, I can't even like. This guy's going to be something for us this season. It's going to be crucial for Chelsea as well this season as well. And let's not forget that the performance today. I thought that first 10 minutes though, I feel like, oh shit, it's going to be one of those moments like, oh no, it's Chelsea versus West Brom and Chelsea versus Southampton all over again. Oh my days! It's like same thing that over again that happened to us, man. I think we're still lacking of the set pieces defending. It's like, is it zone marking or is it man marking? It's like, I don't know about these things, man. It's just like, for me, I don't really like zonal marking. Man marking is like something else, you know. It's just like, which you prefer, zonal marking or man marking?
It all depends on the set. All depends on the team. Some teams are better off with zonal marking. Some teams prefer the man marking side. I'm more man marker me. We've had our issues with zonal marking the last 2 seasons.
Exactly, because I think today it was a zonal marking that cost us the first goal, and I think it was starting before the miscommunication between Hakim Ziyech and N'golo Kante and lead us to the defensive frailty. But you know what? These things have happened. So it's such a shame that Edouard Mendy's goal run of clean sheet has come to an end today. But other than that, it's just the positive again from everybody. It's 3 points. And if you say from the start of the season and like, how long are these players going to take time to gel in? Well, I would say like 2 months or 3 months time, maybe from the start of the season. I would say around November, December. I did say to one of my mates, like, these players will start to gel in once the last international break coming up. And I proven right, didn't I?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty decent run of games towards the international break. I was going to say, other than the Southampton game, this was about to be a clean sheet of games without conceding a goal. But again, the Sheffield United goal popped up. The good thing, though, was our response. We would not have responded the same way last season.
No, we wouldn't. I think if you compare it from last season, yeah, normally, like, if we going behind, like, remember that we went 2-0 down against Sheffield United last season. After that, the players will capitulate themselves. Not only those kind of games, like against West Ham last season, against Bournemouth last season as well. Let's not forget that. These kind of small teams that we need to pick up results with, because it's very crucial on how we're going to progress in this league this season. And I think it shows that today, like, because this season's league has been competitive than ever seen before, I think that these kind of run of matches is very important and very crucial for Chelsea this season on how they're going to progress to close the gap to Liverpool and Man City.
Yeah, this whole title race is going to be based on form. I do feel like we're clicking at the right time. It's all going to be a case of what position are we in and what position is the table in the next 3 months.
Exactly, and I think if you're gonna, and I'm just like glad this is the last international break, and I think we can. I would have pressed Reece James. I think Reece James will be suspended in the national break, and Pulisic gonna recover and recuperate. Same as Kai Havertz as well. And I think by the time after the international break, there's gonna be more congestion fixtures because of the Champions League, and I just hope that the Christmas period as well. And I do feel like what we've been missing today is that the creativity in the central attacking mid, because I feel that Mason Mount for me, I'm probably like gonna have an argument with a lot of people about Mason Mount, but I feel today he's not really clicked that much as Kai Havertz did, and we need that Kai Havertz type of player. And not only that, we can rely on Ziyech, wonderful cross though, but also the creativity from Kai Havertz as well. And I feel like today, one of the examples today, if you put like Timo Werner as well, and I would agree, like you said about Timo Werner, it did had an off game today because I think he's not that. I don't like the way Lampard set up his position is in the left wing, because I would have thought like he would put in the middle, as a central striker, because normally that we rely on Pulisic, but Pulisic again is injury prone, man.
I thought you said Ziyech for a second. I was about to be like, no. What? But Pulisic, he has been struggling for injuries. And if anything, I've been asking the question, does he even make it back into our starting 11 when he comes back? Just based off Tammy Abraham's form, because he's been excellent this entire season, even with limited game time.
Exactly, and I do feel I'm going to be having an argument with a lot of people that I do feel we need another winger, like a left winger, and Werner's also need a rest, and also don't forget to buy the kit from the kit bag, like the one I got here, the away one, got a discount in there.
Check out kit bag. I think we've got a
discount.
Something. It's in the comment section below. I know Sammy's got that.
Yeah, got a discount in it, but yeah, I think for me, I'm really surprised about Timo Werner playing about 9 games in a week or so. It's just like, when this guy gonna have like really tired on that? I'm really surprised that the way that Werner's been playing all the time, and he's not getting injury in that, and I'm really happy at the moment so far. Yeah, we move on to international break, is it?
Yeah. Well, thanks for jumping on anyway, bro. I know I'm going to be chatting to you after the international break.
Hey, big up America. America is blue. Same as London.
America is blue. London is blue. The world is blue. We're all blue. Damn right.
All right, see ya.
Thanks for jumping on anyway, bro. Massively appreciated.
All right, cheers. Take care.
Take care, man. We will move quickly on to our next guest. Craigo's just creasing, so we're going to get him on now. Craigo, what are you saying?
Hang on, I got to unmute myself. What's going on, G? How are you?
I'm good. You've been enjoying yourself.
What do you mean Mason Mount isn't good enough? What are you on about? It's a joke.
The way I saw your face just switch.
Oh, my God.
Right, so talk to me your other side of it then.
I find it hilarious how, I like Father, he's a nice guy, but I find it hilarious how Chelsea fans, we can go 1-0 down, we have a brilliant comeback, we show a little bit of resilience, there's fight in the midfield, and then all of a sudden we still manage to find a problem with Mason Mount. Why? Why?
I didn't think it was too bad today.
It was fine. It was completely fine.
Realistically, I do think he was better in the midweek. But again, same way, I don't think he was wrong. I don't think there was any issues with his game today.
He was absolutely chill. It was not that deep, That's a simple way to say it. Is thinking about it longer term. Is Mason Mount going to be one of these Chelsea players? Yes, he is, 1,000,000%. Is he the perfect Chelsea player now? No, he's not. That's absolutely fine. Neither's Kai Havertz. We were absolutely superb today. The midfield was probably the best part of our game. I know a lot of people are going to look at the wingers, especially Ziyech, who was absolutely superb. But realistically, we conceded, so you can't say that the defence was absolutely faultless. The midfield dominated the game, bearing in mind they're up against five-man midfield, yes, with the two wing-backs and whatever, but it was a solid 3-on-3 battle against the back line, which we dealt with, which was absolutely chill. We just controlled the game left, right and centre. We were the better team. Left, right and centre, we were the better team. There's no other way to say it. And Mason Mount is a crucial part of that. He was a crucial part of that. It wasn't the best game he's ever played, fine. But it wasn't a lot of people's best game they've ever played. It wasn't Chilwell's best game he's ever played. It probably wasn't even Ziyech's best game he's ever played.
You just said, I just said he hasn't clicked as Kai Havertz did. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player. Yeah, I can go by that.
I don't know if that's what you said. But there we are. No, look, Mason Mount is brilliant. Well, I can talk about him all day. You know, I love him. You know, I've got a big appreciation for him. But let's just get it right. Let's get it correct. This Chelsea team is good. And Mason Mount is a big part of it. Whether you want to see him start, not start, whatever, this Chelsea team is good. You know, if Kai Havertz is available today, I don't think it's Mason Mount that drops out. I'm just saying that. And I will say this, Kovacic, I thought today, and I think you'll probably agree with me on this, Lewis, I thought he was superb. I thought he ended up in different positions that he maybe wasn't expecting to, but he still did well. The guy got an assist. It wasn't the cleanest assist in the world, but
He finally got an assist.
what he's doing. And also the one he ended up at goal as well, which he really should have shot with, but he tried to pick out Timo Werner, and it would have been a tap-in. You know, the guy knows what he's doing. This Chelsea midfield is serious. It is serious. Yes, it's partly to do with who the opposition were, fine, but they're no mugs. You know, obviously, Hal was saying earlier, completely and utterly correct. This is a team that last year was superb and probably overachieved, but the players haven't changed that drastically. A lot of it is still the same personnel. You know what they can do on any given day. They whacked us 3-0 last year. They whacked us 3-0. What was it, July, the game against them, or was it end of June? I can't remember. I think it was July. Yeah, July. It was. Only a few months ago, they whacked us 3-0, and the team isn't that drastically different. And I do just find it almost funny that this Chelsea team was so good, and everyone's going to talk about Hakim Ziyech, and rightfully so, because he was absolutely superb. But let's also think about what else really, really worked. Werner playing on the left-hand side, I'm not a lover of it, but Tammy playing down the middle definitely worked. It worked for this particular week. We don't have Callum Hudson-Odoi available to play on the left-hand side. He's better on the right. We all kind of know that and accept it, into where we're going to see him play more often. Werner is the better one of the two, so he has to play. Fact. You then got Tammy, who's going to go and play down the middle, who did very well, got himself a goal. And did he get an assist as well? Can't remember if he did or if he didn't. I don't think he did.
Tammy, I don't think he got an assist today. Someone correct me.
He did something that was important. I can't remember what it was now. But either way, again, was a problem for the Sheffield back three to have to deal with completely. I thought he was great today. Of course, gets his goal. That a lot of people say is lucky. It's not. He's hit it into the floor for a bloody reason. He's hit it into the floor for a reason. It takes a spin off it. It means the goalkeeper's diving, expecting it. And it's just done him. The bounce did him more than anything. It's a good finish, and he obviously finds the back post really nice. But the main thing that beat the keeper was the fact that it bounced, because you could see he just couldn't quite get that jump that right, because he was, the 5, 6, 7 inches off, because the ball bounced. That's the matter of the fact. If it would have hit it normally, pretty sure he gets a hand to it. I don't know if he would save it or not, but he definitely gets a hand to it. I really want to just hammer home here. I'm kind of just rambling and ranting on. How good are we? Like, how good are we? When we really want to be, how good are we?
Deep it. Just keep deep in it, because the more
how
you deep
good are we?
Inside.
It sounds bad, and I know a lot of people are going to go, oh my God, but it's blah, 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 blah. These teams, you can only play whoever's in front of you. Do you know what I mean? You can only play whoever's in front of you.
Last season. That's the point I keep stamping home. Last season, against the bottom half of the table, we were pathetic.
Yes, completely agree.
And now we've got rid of that problem. We can handle low blocks. We can handle teams that are just going to put 11 men behind the ball, and we can break them down. That's one of the biggest characteristics of a title-winning side that you need.
Exactly. You know, to win the title, you've got to beat every team in the league. It's not only the ones that are up at the top. You've got to beat everyone. Sheffield,
that's a big point as well. Sheffield United haven't just been poor like Burnley have. They've scraped through games with defeats. It's been really unlucky for them in the most circumstances.
They played a back five pretty much. They played a back five.
Exactly.
And let's not forget this. They went ahead as well. They went ahead. We had to overcome something that we haven't really had to overcome this season, especially in the last few weeks. And yes, the goalless, the clean sheet streak has to end at some point. I'm glad it ended today because we can use it now. Look, for 25, was it 25 minutes or was it 15 minutes we were behind? Well, however long it was, 20 minutes or so, we were behind. We had to think about a way to come back from that. We had to, and we did. If that happens against City or a Liverpool or even a Tottenham, who are a serious side now, that is a problem that we then have to deal with. And do we deal with it in the same way? Maybe not. The clean sheet run comes to an end. We're faced with a different challenge, and we dealt with it. You're losing your new star player to COVID. We dealt with it. I'm just trying to ram this home. Is we are dealing with everything that is put in front of us at the moment. We are a good football team. If you can have loads of different things go against you, and then all of a sudden you still go and score 4 goals, and let's be honest, it could have even been more. You're serious. You are seriously a good side. And I think people need to put a lot of respect on Chelsea's name. I really do. I really, really do.
I couldn't echo more of these words any better. It's just the constant keep deep in how strong our team is. Our defense is sorted. Our midfield is sorted. Our attack is sorted. We have a starting goalkeeper now. It's all about form now. It's all about maintaining it. And we're doing it. We've had a couple of decent results. We've won our last 4 games. We're unbeaten in our last 8. We're doing something good. That's all I can really say.
And I said this before. I said it in my reaction for the Man United game. Yes, I would like to have won it, and the penalty means that we would have won it if that was given for us. It wasn't. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. But the 2 draws that we got against Sevilla and against Man United, people went, oh, my God, this is so annoying. I don't want to see this football. It's crap. It's blah, 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 blah. Have you seen how we've built on those 2 points? Granted, they're in 2 different competitions. We went away to Old Trafford that last year we lost 4-0 at. We lost 4-0
since 2013.
It's a bad place for us to go. It's a bad place. We then go and play the Europa League winners last year, who run Bayern Munich in the Super Cup. Quite close. They're a decent side. We go and draw 0-0 to them. Fine. Whatever. They're not the best performances in the world, but if you can build on it, then they are valuable points. They're not points dropped. They are just good points to pick up. Because if we'd have lost those games, and it would have been, oh my God, now we're back at square one. These were just parts of the building block. This is just part of what we had to do. And now, look, if we go and beat, is it Newcastle after the international break?
Yeah, Newcastle then Spurs.
Then Spurs, yeah. If we go and beat those 2, we're looking at a serious run of games. We're looking at a serious run of form here. I don't know how many we're undefeated in the league. I can't think off the top of my head. I don't know how many wins we're on in the league. But, you know, I remember the 2016-17 season. We were on a 13-game unbeaten run, and that basically propelled us towards the title. I don't know what we're in now in the Premier League at the moment. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. But
unbeaten run or winning run?
Well, unbeaten, winning, same thing, same difference. You know, we were on a winning run before. I mean, obviously it's not going to be that now, but it's still an unbeaten run. If you can go and
unbeaten run in all competitions is 8 games.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, so if you're thinking of Premier League with a couple of Krasnodars and Sevillas and Rennes, we're talking 5 games, are we? Something like that.
It's Premier League? 6 games. 6
games. That's not bad, is it? Not exactly bad, is it?
That's brilliant.
And this is the thing. I just want to kind of really get this across to a lot of Chelsea fans, because there was a lot of negativity when we went 1-0 down. We're winning these games. Sometimes it might not be a fancy and la-di-da, but we are winning them. We are picking up 3 points. We are taking points against really decent sides in Sevilla and Man United. Man United, who went to, well, I don't know if they were top of the table or not, Everton, and beat them 3-1, not convincingly, but were still a decent side. You know, Man United, although they get a lot of slack and whatever, they drop points left, right and centre, especially in Europe, against teams you can't even pronounce. They're still a decent side. You know, they are still a decent side. And you do have to think about these opponents. I don't know how many points we were on this time last year. I honestly don't know, again, top of my head. I think it'd probably be around a similar-ish number, maybe even slightly more this season. And we've played Liverpool. We've played Man United. That's 2 of the top 3 that we'll have to play already. We've got to play Man City in the next couple of weeks. We've got to play Tottenham, obviously, after the international break as well. But we're in a nice little run of form. And if this continues for, 3, 4, 5, 6 more games, who knows how long it can go on for? Genuinely, who knows how long this can go on for? Thiago Silva was meant to be a problem because he was old and past it. He scored and was absolutely superb today. Not perfect, but superb in large areas. We're dealing with that threat. We're dealing with the goalkeeper issue, of course, because Kepa was terrible. No other way to say it. We've dealt with that. We're dealing with all these things. If we can start to put a little bit of form together, how far can we go?
Exactly. Guys, just be optimistic. Craigo, thank you for jumping on, man, because I think you've hammered home a couple points that really did need to be hammered home. Everyone, as usual, Craigo28 Football, Craigo28 Sports, like and subscribe to the pair of them. And anything else you want to shout?
I'm going to just ram it home again. Keep positive. You don't know how long this is going to go on for. Just keep going. Because if we happen to do this right until the end of the season, we could be Premier League winners. And I don't think a lot of people would have been predicting that come the start of the season. This is a really good time for Chelsea. Let's just enjoy it. Stop the negativity. Stop the hate. We're a really good football team. Let's enjoy it.
Damn right. Craigo, again, thank you for jumping on, bro. We'll see you after the international break. Love, man.
Take care, guys. See you later.
Jeez. Again, Craigo28 Football, Craigo28 Sports. Smash that like and subscribe button. And yeah, let's go straight into the next caller. Tyrese, what are you saying, bro?
Bro, I am so happy. Ziyech is so good. And I'm going to say this now. Clip it, post it on Twitter, put it anywhere in England. I don't care. Hakim Ziyech is better than Bruno Fernandes. And I'm saying so right now.
Ziyech?
Yeah.
Ziyech that argument is finished in about 3 games.
I'm just so happy that we have Hakim Ziyech. Like, that guy is a baller. He really is. He really is. I really wanted to commend his performance because for the first 10 to 20 minutes he was putting in some weary passes, some weary crosses, but eventually got them correct. And the first goal was when we went 1-0 down initially, I always knew we were going to come back because, let's face it, Sheffield. But I thought when we went 1-0 down, we were going to come back. But I was saying it was probably going to be a tougher game, probably a 2-1 because, Sheffield needs the points because they're at the bottom of the table. But we really, really was ruthless today. We were brilliant moving forward. We didn't really have much to do defensively. The first goal was just I think it was Pulisic and Kante that
Kante and Ziyech, but I look more at Kante because I think he was chasing the ball too much. Left the space exposed for Kovacic to make the run inside for.
I think someone's forgetting to speak about the performance of Kovacic today because I think he was brilliant for the 70 minutes he played, and he was really good. He could have scored as well because I think Aaron Ramsdale got down and made that a really great save because he was trying to put it in the bottom corner, but it got saved. And then another thing that had me so angry today was when Ziyech made an amazing pass and then Werner didn't score. I was going to make so much noise. That would have been a great goal. It would have been such a great goal.
Like about 6 big chances created in that match.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant performance from him.
Yeah, because if my United fans are calling Bruno Fernandes world class, why can't we call Ziyech world class? He's done much more in the game of football than Bruno Fernandes. He helped carry Ajax to the Champions League semi-final, for God's sake. He's that good. And I'm gonna say this now, he's better than Bruno. Let's not even go into that. But Ziyech, brilliant performance today. Werner, he was a bit quiet today. But Tammy is really good. Again,
Tammy was excellent. I've been saying to a lot of people, I'm going to pose the same question to you as well. When Pulisic comes back fully fit, does he make the starting lineup still?
I don't think so. I'm going to be honest, why? Because I love Pulisic, and for sure, he's quality player. But if you study it right now, it doesn't make sense. If it's okay, last season when we had Pulisic, we needed him because he basically helped us got top four because of his post lockdown form. But we do know that Christian is injury prone. Pulisic is injury prone, and I think the problem Lampard is doing, he's rushing him back too quickly, and every time he's playing, he gets an injury, and the hamstring injury is killing him right now. So for me, for this season, if it's working with Tammy and Werner, maybe we could rotate between playing Werner top there and then probably bench Tammy for Pulisic. But for now, I don't think if Pulisic comes back, it makes sense starting because every time he comes back, every time he's rushed back and he injures himself, I want to keep him. I want him to work on getting over that injury first. I want him to work on getting it over first, and then maybe if he's feeling much better, the hamstrings much better, yeah, we could start him. But for now, even after the international break, we should give Pulisic some time to work on his injury. It's probably not going to have to be too long, but probably just like play him every game, every 2 games, because we do know we got to admit he's injury prone. He is, because he's picking up a lot.
His Borussia Dortmund days as well. I think the issue was the way he plays, because he has a very explosive style of play, and it becomes too much of an issue for the muscles and stuff. The FA Cup final is a big example of it. His muscles just gave way.
Yeah, but I think now I really liked Pulisic, and I think he's a quality player. But for now, I think we got to ease him in the side. Let's ease him in. It doesn't make sense starting him all the time because when Pulisic plays, we all get this feeling. I don't know about you, but I get this feeling that he's gonna get injured. I don't know about you, but I think that's the case right now. It doesn't make sense him being injured all the time. It just makes sense for us to be easing him in, and then later on in the season we could probably start starting him. But for now, I have to say this: we're Premier League contenders. I've always told everyone, all of my friends, everyone here in Barbados, that we are going to win the league, because I always knew Liverpool's lack of activity in the transfer window. Yeah, they got a world-class midfielder. Yeah, they got that Greek fella and Diego Jota, but I think that now Liverpool is missing Van Dijk for the rest of the season, and they're picking up their injuries as well. So let's capitulate on that. City aren't playing the best right now, so why not? I know last year we were in a really good form in this month, because I think we beat Watford 3-0 last year. Like, I knew we were in really good form, and now I want us to hold on to it, because you know Chelsea, we're sometimes inconsistent, but right now we have the goalkeeper, we have the defense, we have a world-class midfield without a doubt, and we have arguably a world-class front three. So yeah, it's time for us to go on. I think Lampard, he trusts the players, and we got to go on now after international break away to St. James's Park. I know it's a difficult place to go to, but there's no fans there, so that doesn't really matter. And then we're on to Spurs at home. Those shots.
Spurs for their yearly L at the Bridge. I cannot wait.
But we got to give them some credit though. They're playing okay, but I'm gonna be completely honest. We got to go forward, and if we're serious about winning the Premier League, we need to just keep this form that we have right now. The goal that we conceded today wasn't really nothing to really shout about, because at the end of the day, we didn't concede a goal from open play in over 7 games or 6 games. That was a goal from a set piece. I was not that angry, so there's nothing much I could really blame for anyone there. It was just a lapse of concentration, but we moved on, and we were so good. We were so good for the comeback. We're actually a very good football team. That I think the guy before me, Thiago, was saying we're actually a proper football team. And Rich James deserves more credit. He's so good, He's so good moving forward.
James and Chilwell, both of them in the fullback zones were excellent.
And I'm an England. We're England fans, aren't we? But moving forward, England has some 2 quality fullbacks to work with Chilwell and Reece James. But James is so good. His crossing is brilliant. His defensive work is great. He's great in the air. And a little side note, he could also play in midfield. So he has a lot of work to do moving forward. He still has to improve some aspects of his game. I think that he could work a bit more on his defensive aspect of his game, but that's going to take some time. He's young. He's only 20 years old, so we have a lot of time on our hands. But for now, I want us to focus on winning the Premier League. We don't have a too difficult end of run of games because we have Newcastle, then we have Rennes again, right? Or do we have Sevilla?
Yeah.
We have Rennes
Rennes.
again, and then we have Spurs. I'm not too sure we have after that. I can't really remember, but those are 3 winnable fixtures, and let's move on and take some points.
It is Sevilla away, then Leeds at home. Damn, that's a tough week.
Yeah, Sevilla midweek, but Leeds aren't looking that great,
Do not underestimate Leeds. That's all I will say. Especially
sorry.
when it's Chelsea. They will be up for this one.
Yeah, I know Leeds fans isn't like Chelsea fans. Some of my friends in England told me that. But Leeds, I watched them today, but they have a great system, but they don't have the players for it. So we could go and get some points. So we have winnable fixtures coming up. What's our next difficult game besides the Sevilla game in the Premier League? What's our next game? Do we have any Liverpools, any cities coming up anytime?
Next big game.
Yeah, next big game. Like
Spurs, but they're not a big team.
Yes,
We have Man City soon, don't we? Man City, no, Arsenal's our next top 6 game. Boxing Day. And Man City on New Year's, or the day after New Year's Day. But there's still a couple tricky fixtures around December.
Yeah.
Everton away, Wolves away, and in 3 days.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Oh, I've only noticed that we've got Everton on the 12th and Wolves away on the 15th.
It's a good thing that we're not in the Carabao Cup anymore, because I think the next round was supposed to be in December. So it's a good thing we're out of that. So that's another worry out the way. But moving forward, these are winnable fixtures. We don't really have a really difficult game until Spurs, and then after that we have Arsenal in the Premier League. So we can move forward. This season we could do a treble. We could do a Champions League in the Premier League. I think the squad morale is good because Lampard is there. He motivates the team very well. We have the quality every area of the pitch. So now I just want us to keep some form, and maybe we could pull maybe we'll be lifting the Premier League trophy in May, at the end of May. So for now, let's keep our form moving forward. Let's keep going forward. Let's keep just keep winning games and just keep playing Ziyech. That guy is brilliant. Rich James, our whole right hand side, was great today. Werner was a bit quiet. Chilwell was great. And big up Thiago Silva for getting his first goal as well. I was shouting Dave Stamford when that goal when he scored that goal. I was just like, wow. I just had to go and shout out Thiago Silva, shout out to Dave and Adrian Tracy. But Zumi was great today. I think Silva was good as well. Mendy, he's really good, So he's keeping his spot in that goalkeeper world there. But before we go off, I have one question. What do you think we're gonna do with Kepa?
He's on like 180k a week. I know Chelsea are still trying to recoup as much as they can for him from the 72 million deal, which I have no clue why, because we'll be lucky to even get 20 quid for him right now. So I don't know. He's probably here for the long run.
Maybe. Yeah,
which is a bit jarring, but it is what it is. Oh, Tyrese, thanks for jumping on anyway, man. It's been much appreciated.
Bro. Yeah.
We'll chat to you after the international break.
Yeah, bro.
Take care, bro. Love. I'll move quickly on. I've got about 3 more guests and then should be wrapping up the end of this. Ryan. You right, bro?
Can you hear
How's
me
the
now?
internet working?
Good.
All right, just try talking. How are you feeling about the game today?
Yeah, it was good. Every time I watch Ziyech play, I just think more and more on what happened. What went through Robbie's head when he said Willian is better than Ziyech, man. Ziyech is...
I was waiting for someone to drop that.
Yeah. I mean, it's Willian, Pedro, and Hazard. they were all great servants for the club. Hazard's probably a legend for this club, but none of them had good crossing from corners. So see, or just from set pieces in general. So to see what's his name, Hakim Ziyech, put them type of crosses in, it's great.
Yeah, how do you feel about the response? Because that's the one thing I've been echoing throughout this phone in. The way that we responded was completely different to the way we would have last season.
Yeah, it just shows progression, because last season can name about 3 fixtures off the top of my head, like Bournemouth, like Southampton, like West Ham, where we go 1-0 down and then we just can't break a team like Sheffield United down. They put 10 men behind the ball, and the game just ends up 1-0, and we're all just screaming for an attacking player who can break that defense down. So it just shows progression. I think if this was a game last season, it would have either been a draw or a loss. I wouldn't have seen us win this. So yeah, it just shows like big progression from last season.
Yeah, and I will echo on that. I'll move on straight to the next question, because I do want to just get your thoughts on this. Title race, how quietly are you talking about it, or are you starting to feel a bit more confident?
I don't want to jinx anything, but I think we can win the title, but I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win. I said at the start of the season, at the start of the season after the Liverpool-West Brom game, I started to doubt the team a little bit. But if we keep playing like this, then why can't we win the league? I mean, so yeah.
Yeah, one of our biggest issues was breaking down a team like this, especially after they take an early lead. And I think we found our key to breaking it, and that key is Hakim Ziyech.
Yeah, just pass it to him whenever you get the ball, man. He will make things happen. And the scary thing about Hakim Ziyech is he's bonded with the team, but he's not like fully bonded. Like, trust me, when you see him in February, March, you'll see how good Hakim Ziyech is when he's been with the team for like a good 1-2 months, and then say he builds a connection with Werner on the left, or Pulisic or Hudson-Odoi, and he works on them runs, them diagonal balls that he loves to put from the right. He's gonna be dangerous. I could see that being his trademark pass.
Yeah. Final question, because we gotta rush this because the connection's been a bit iffy with us right now. Thoughts for Chelsea's run of fixtures after the international break? We got a pretty decent run, couple tricky fixtures: Newcastle, Rennes, Spurs at home, and Sevilla within the space of 2 weeks. What are your thoughts on those games coming up?
I think they're pretty winnable games. You got like teams like Spurs, which we're capable of beating. I think all the teams we're capable of beating just for the season. So yeah, I back us to win all those games. But I think the international break, I hope it just doesn't ruin the momentum, and it just makes our players rest. Players like Kai Havertz and Christian Pulisic. I don't wish any injury or anyone to get COVID or anything, but you could see Kai Havertz needed a rest. Pulisic might have needed kind of a rest. So yeah, I don't think Pulisic is going to the American squad, same way Havertz is not going to the German squad. So yeah, they could rest, and then hopefully they're fresh when they come back. So yeah, I think if we get momentum and the international break doesn't kill our momentum, then yeah, I think we can win most of the games. And yeah, I just want to win most of them. I wouldn't mind maybe one loss in there, but more than one, I'd be pretty surprised.
All right, well, thanks again for jumping on, bro. Sorry that the wait took so long. I'll give you a shout out for the international break. Any channels you want to shout out? Because I remember you had a YouTube channel you wanted to plug.
Yeah, Ray and CR's the display name over here. Yeah, that's my YouTube channel. Just one final question. You're going to be doing any opponents during the international break?
Might be. It all depends on what we could actually talk about. But I wouldn't be against it. I'd be down for it.
Yeah, because it's going to be a long international break, man. You already know England.
Up, so I think we will be doing one.
But yeah. Yeah, the internet's moving a little bit dead.
Yeah, it's fine, bro. No worries. We'll give you a shout after the international break. Thanks for jumping on anyway. Right, cool. We got 2 more guests to go through, so I'm gonna burst through them quickly. Monster, what are you saying?
Yo, listen.
What are you telling me?
Boy, 3-0. Sorry, that's a 3-0. 4-1. Do you know what I mean? 3-goal difference again. Chelsea, it's just getting ridiculous now. And I want everyone that got at me earlier on in the season. I'm talking about rival fans. I'm talking about Chelsea fans. When I said we can challenge for the title, I want them to apologize to me because now they're seeing it. When I told them to believe in this team, yeah, they didn't want to hear it. Please, people, apologize.
Okay, who wants to jump in as well? We'll get you both on.
Yes, man.
Anita, what do you say?
You get what I mean? You get what I mean, Anita? Tell them to apologize because I was telling them from the beginning of the season, Chelsea are going to, I said, all right, maybe I said we're going to win the league, innit? But at least we're seeing we're going to challenge, innit? Look at Liverpool, weaker. Man City, they look tired, flustered, what's it called? By Pep's tactics, do you know what I mean? Man United, non-factor. Who else is there? Tottenham, I'm kind of scared of Tottenham, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, Mourinho is always that guy, do you know what I mean? Respect to Mourinho. But, man, Chelsea, man, just watching today, watching Ziyech, watching the way Ziyech and what's his name? Kovacic combined, it was like poetry in motion. Thiago, Silva, just beautiful centre-back. You know, people don't put enough respect on his name, considering if you know who Thiago Silva is from the AC Milan days, during those days when he was at AC Milan, he was regarded the best centre-back in the world. Oh, wow. And those were when that was when Rio Ferdinand and John Terry were still playing. Do you get what I mean?
Nearly a decade ago.
He's still that guy. The only reason why people forgot about him is because he went to PSG in the French league is not respected. Do you get what I mean? He's back now, and now look at him absolutely balling out. Do you know what I mean? So come on, Chelsea, man. We're doing bits here now. We're doing bits, man.
So what would you call it then? Is it cautious optimism, or are you just gassed? You think, yeah, we're in this title race this season. We're one of the teams that are going to be in the hat.
I always thought we were in a title race. I always thought, right from when we got Ziyech, Werner, Havertz, Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell, I always thought, I said it from then on, we're going to be in this title race, innit? Because I just felt like Liverpool didn't buy enough. They didn't refresh their squad enough. Man City, there's obviously something going on there. Pep is probably on the out, will be out next season. And to them, the priority is more the Champions League than the Premier League. And I just feel like if Lampard gets it right, which it looks like he is getting it right, do you know what I mean? You know, as long as we're in the title race by, let's say, January, by then our players should have fully gelled, then it's going to be curtains for the rest of the league, and I'm saying it now.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself. Anita, we haven't even asked for your thoughts on the game yet. How's your thoughts been?
Listen, Lewis, I'm happy to be here, firstly.
Straight up.
Yeah, sure. No, honestly, I ain't been here for like a couple of episodes. I'm just like, damn, every time we win, like I'm not here. I'm so happy I'm here. Listen, I said it at the start of the season. Ziyech is going to be the most important forward for us this season. Forget about Werner, forget about Havertz. Ziyech is going to be the guy. Look at what he produced today. And this is just a glimpse of what we're going to see for the rest of the season. And I said it earlier, Sheffield United, other teams have struggled to break down their defense. Other teams have struggled. Man City struggled, Liverpool struggled, but we casually put 4 past them. Not many teams can say that they've done that. Yes, they beat us off the back of last season. However, with our new signing,
bad game.
It was a very bad game. But with our new signings, we totally washed them. And even when Monster used to say that we're going to contend for the title and stuff, I would say, yeah, we're going to contend, but I doubt we're going to win. And Monster's always like, no, we're going to win it. He's feeling it. We're going to win it. And you just never know at this point. Yeah, it's only Sheffield United. And yeah, people are going to say, oh, it's just Sheffield United. They're not even a big team, blah, blah, blah. But it's the way which we beat them. The way we played our football was absolutely beautiful. And if we carry on playing like that, there's no team can be a match for us. Like, let's keep it real. No team can be a match for us. And I'm going to say this, Lewis, Kante, loan 6.
Are we doing this again? I was waiting for you to start on this as well.
Yes.
Okay, can we look back at the first goal and say this is exactly why I don't really trust Kante, because he likes to chase the ball too much. I do say, hands up, this was the right game to play him in. I said the same thing for the Burnley game and the Sheffield United game. But I feel like that's what we're trying to do until January. We're trying to base who our lone DM is going to be based on the opposition that we're facing.
Well, Lewis, I'll give you a game I'll give you a game where Kante prospered in the loan as a lone six. If you watch Man City last season where we beat them 2-0, Kante was a lone six and he played 2/8 of who was it, Mount and Barkley in that game. And if you notice the way Kante played in that game, every time Man City got the ball in midfield, what they were trying to do is they were trying to find Kevin De Bruyne. Kante was always there blocking off those passing lanes. And I noticed that. I think he is capable of playing a lone six. Obviously, I get what everyone means because obviously under Ranieri and Leicester, he played with Danny Drinkwater by his side in a double pivot. He played under Chelsea under Antonio Conte with Nemanja Matic. But I think he can also play that lone six. I also still want another DM. Don't get me wrong, whether it's going to be Declan Rice, whether it's going to be Soumare, Zakaria, any one of them, I will take any one of them. The reason is I don't want Kante playing so many minutes as well because we know, he's starting to get injury prone, and that's because we're overusing him. So I still want that DM who's eventually going to take over from him, but I do think he can play that lone DM role, definitely.
I think he can, but it all depends on the opposition. I've always said, against a team with a strong press, I don't back it. Even the Man City game where you said, I think he had a good game in some phases, but I also think he struggled in other phases. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he made a single tackle in that match. A lot of interceptions that game, but there were also areas of his game where he was very sloppy too.
Yeah, but his influence on that game, like just the fact that he was preventing the ball from getting to Kevin De Bruyne the whole game, that is something that tells you, do you know what I mean? Maybe he might not have got, the most interceptions in that game or whatever, but just him preventing that ball getting to De Bruyne, that's a big influence on the game.
I don't know. I feel like maybe playing him next to a centre DM as well would be better, but I've always seen N'golo Kante, he likes roaming too far forward. He don't like sticking in a certain position. I've always said in the future.
Is that down to him or is that down to the manager's instructions? That's what you got to take into
consideration. I think it might be down to him because he does wonder. He used to wonder all the time. Like he does wonder. But I genuinely think the only team that we probably cannot play like Kante lone DM in is definitely probably just Liverpool, if I'm being honest with you. Other than that, I think this works. And even though, the first goal today, fine, whatever, but it works. It works better than Jorginho sitting there by himself. It works.
Oh no, we can't have Jorginho as a
I was trying to back Jorginho, but that last game against Rennes just threw all of that in the mud anyway. So I'm not backing players who can't back me up. So
no, we can't have Jorginho as a single. He's not athletic enough. Like what we need now is a Mikel type of player. We need someone like that, or even a Matic, because
Kovacic, but he hasn't really got the height on him.
Yeah, that's the thing. And defensively, is he that good to play that role defensively as well? He is a bit rash at times. You saw against Arsenal. As soon as he got that early yellow card, I said to myself, he's getting a red. Like he's going to get a red, even though it was a stupid decision by the referee, but he kind of asked for it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, but that's where I think our biggest issue is right now. Right now, we have a lot of issues sorted. Like, our team looks amazing in all cylinders. But if there's one final key in our puzzle that we're missing, it is that natural DM for me.
I think we will go in for one in January. I think if it's not going to be, if West Ham don't lower that evaluation, it's going to be Soumare or Zakaria. It's going to be one of those. So I have whichever Frank Lampard's happy with. At the end of the day, he's shown, because a lot of us did crucify him in terms of when he bought Chilwell, and he's shown, he's got an eye for a good player. So yeah, whoever Lampard wants, back it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, because we've had so many years where we don't get what the manager wants and we get some team version of him and it just doesn't work out. And I now like that we're just sticking on the exact manager's valuation on a player. We're not going for another reserve version of him. We're actually going for the exact type of player.
Yeah. So
one question I wanted to move on to, I want to twist this question around a little bit as well. Do you think Christian Pulisic is going to make it back into the lineup when he comes back from injury based on Tammy Abraham's form? Because he's been excellent the last few games. And I don't see how you could drop him right now.
Yeah, I think not straight away.
It's going to be a battle. He has to battle. Like before, at the start of the season, it was literally when Pulisic is back from injury, straight into the starting 11. But now it's definitely going to be a battle. And if he does come back in and it's a case where everyone else doesn't look as great, then he's going to be seeing the bench a lot more this season.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get in straight away. I think, if you were to ask me, you've got to ease him into the team. But if he's fully fit and fully functional and not, getting injured, he has to play that left wing because unfortunately, even though Tammy is playing well, Werner's not a left winger. He's dribbling. It's quite poor. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, innit? What he does well is he gets in positions to score properly, innit? But have you noticed even against Liverpool when he came up against Fabinho just kept taking the ball off him so easily, innit? What they need is someone who can dribble on that side, and they don't have that. Werner is a striker. He's a striker, and it's as simple as that. So I do see Pulisic he's going to get in there at some point. Werner's probably going to go back to the middle. I see that happening, innit? Because Pulisic gives more on the left wing than Werner does, if you ask me.
All right, Nita, your thoughts?
But then it kind of bugs me because even when we see Werner up front, right, I don't think he is bagging in the ways that we expected him to. So I think Tammy Abraham at the minute, he's just looking that much in form. So it might be a question of who starts, Werner or Abraham, and then that's going to be a problem. I think the Chelsea fan base will be very divided with that one because it's going to be a big issue. And it's like, how do you get this star boy and put him on the bench? Because in my opinion, the output, Abraham is a tad bit better at the minute. And maybe that's because Abraham, he's very used to the Premier League. He's very used to playing these Premier League sides. I don't know. But Werner, he hesitates way too much. And he's just not as clinical as I thought he was when he first came to the league. But maybe he just needs to settle down. I don't know. It's going to be interesting between them three, if I'm being honest.
No, I disagree, man. I disagree. I think Werner is clinical. Yeah, he does miss the odd chance. He does miss chances, but he's getting in over Tammy. Like, if we're being honest, like, he is going to get in. Tammy's going to get game time. He's always going to get game time, but he's probably going to be coming off the bench. But I think Werner, like, if it comes between the two of them, Werner's always going to start ahead of Tammy, man. Always.
Yeah, and I think for the Burnley game, Werner was going to be benched for that one initially anyway until the Pulisic injury.
Yeah, I think that was more rest, like giving him some rest, isn't it? I think that's more of what it was.
Yeah, Werner's had a lot of minutes this season, to be fair.
He has.
Any final thoughts from you guys before we wrap this up? I just got to get through one final guest as well.
Listen, like I said a million times, Chelsea fans, believe in your team, bruv. Believe in your team.
And your manager.
And the manager, like I get when people say separate Frank Lampard, the legend, from Frank Lampard, the player, from Frank Lampard, the manager, which is true. I'm not saying you can't criticize. You can criticize, do what you want, innit? But believe in the players, believe in the manager. Mason Mount has proven himself as well. Hakim Ziyech is a baller. What's it called? A baller. Werner, Thiago, Silva, just a legend.
The whole damn team is full of ballers right now.
Ballers everywhere. I mean, we all owe.
It's the best time to be a Chelsea fan in years.
It is.
It's giving me 2016-17 vibes, man. We started off rocking, and then boom, we went on to win the league. Watch this space, man.
As soon as we gelled together, that was it for the rest of the Premier League. I'm hoping it's the same vibes.
We did overreact, including myself. We overreacted to draws as well. It's not like we even lost those games. We drew against Southampton and West Brom, and we did overreact. I can't lie.
I did.
But the goalkeeper, innit? That's what I blame on. Willie and Kepa tax.
Listen, if Mendy's injured, I want Czech and goal, bruv. Or Caballero. I don't want to see Kepa and goal.
I don't even want Willie. It's Czech or Mendy for me. I don't want to hear it.
But
I've already said Mendy. Caballero has just been a bit overhyped by how bad Kepa's been, but we need two better goalkeepers.
I agree.
But it's looking good, Chelsea fans. Listen, it is what it is. We're now 1 point off the top. Hopefully, Liverpool, Man City. I want them to get a draw. I don't even want Liverpool to win. I don't want Man City to win. I want a draw from them. Who else is there? Tottenham. I need a draw from them. They are scaring me. I can't lie, but yeah, Chelsea.
Once one of the front three gets injured, it's curtains, man. Like,
they are heavily reliant on Harry Kane. Well, listen, this is a Chelsea channel, so yeah, people, listen. At the end of the day, Chelsea, we love you. That was an excellent performance. Thank you for such a great day, man. I put a smile on my face, bro. Do you know what I mean? And now I can just sit back, relax, and watch the remaining fixtures, innit? Well, bless Lewis for letting me in there, man. And Chelsea fans, we love you, man.
Guys, you guys are always welcome to jump on. You know what it is.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Anything you guys want to shout out before you guys go?
Yeah, Monstar CFC on YouTube and on Twitter as well. Obviously, Anita here. gold diggers. You know.
Hey, I love how you need to say nothing. You go, boo.
Yeah, gold diggers. I need gold diggers on YouTube as well. Go follow them, man. Them man are it's hilarious. I watched the video with the Man United fan with the clown face on. That was hilarious, man. All right, man. Peace. I'm out of here, man. See you later.
Thanks for coming on, guys. Take care. We'll see you after the international break.
Peace.
Sweet. Bye.
Love you guys. Right, we've just got time for one more guest in. Again, thanks to Anita and Monster for jumping on. Check out Football Terrace. Check out Gold Diggers. Check out Monster CFC as well. And to get our next guest on. Fuad, what are you saying, man?
What's good, my bro? What's good? I saw the message. Another win. Oh, mate, you know what? For the very first time, I told you, I said, let's not get gassed about the victories. Let's relax and we'll find our way. But you know what? Even though Sheffield United haven't had the best run of games, haven't won a game in a hell of a long time, I still thought they were a dangerous side because, these nitty-gritty sides, they always pull it off against us. So I was happy all around the board. There's nothing wrong in terms of the team's performance. Everyone was spot on today, man. Literally. Happy days.
Yeah, and it was great seeing this Chelsea side actually have to respond to going a goal down because I was waiting to see how we could what our response would be. And it was better than it was against Sheffield United compared to a top 6 side where we could have actually really struggled from going 1-0 down. It was an amazing response from us.
Well, that's where God's blessed us, bro. We've got a brilliant run of games. Like I said, it's like a ladder to success. The back post, big up. But yeah, no, it's a brilliant ladder of games. So these Champions League games against Krasnodar and Rennes and when we played Burnley, it's just a stepping stone. I felt like Sheffield United were just that better team, maybe out of the lot to step up. And then in a few weeks we've got Newcastle. So we'll see over time. I think it's definitely right that you said, to go a goal down against a team like Sheffield United, how would we bounce back? I was confident from the get-go. I was like, it's going to be all right. We've gone a goal down. I feel like there's something in this team. I came on just as they said about the Werner on the wing. That's the only thing I'm going to be like, all right, come on now. What's going off? What's going off here? Because every time I come on here, it's like I have to flipping talk about the one guy that's on the bench just chilling. He turned 20 years old today. He's got goals and ambitions of his own. And guess what? If you don't play him, he's going to go next summer. I don't know who else has to make it clear to you that the one team that run the world right now, Bayern Munich, are after him, and you still don't give him a chance. Werner's not a winger. He couldn't even touch the ball on the wing. Every time you got it on the wing, there's nothing he could do. He doesn't have creativity on the wing. And that's not his fault. He's a striker. So certain things still need to be changed, but I'm just glad we've gone into the international break with another victory, man. A big fat dub.
And we've got the key to unlocking low blocks now, and his name is Hakim Ziyech, and he was on fire the whole match.
Oh, mate. Oh, the wizard. That guy is what I say top-notch quality. That guy is different gravy. You know what? I was talking to a friend of mine on my stream, Pav, and he said he was a bit iffy. He was like, you know what? I want to see him make those runs more, attack into plays. I was like, no, Pav, listen. We need a player that picks it up in the middle of the park and can ping a pass wherever he wants to ping a pass. That's what we need. It doesn't matter if he doesn't make those runs into those into plays. That's what we got Pulisic on the other side. Or if we play him, Hudson-Odoi, that's what they do. Let Ziyech do what he does best. Pick the ball up and look for that slide pass. The Werner assist. Oh my God. Was it? Yeah, it was his assist. He picked it up and literally one look over the top of everyone's head. Listen, I think we've bargained him, man. What was it, £33 million for Ajax's talisman last season? I don't know how we pulled that off. Marina, you're a beautiful woman. You keep doing your thing. You're absolutely incredible. I don't know how you pulled that off, mate.
The greatest woman in London right now.
Listen, the only woman we're allowed to simp for. Listen, Lewis, the only woman.
On this channel. Actually, no, I can't say on this channel because the Sophie simping is absolutely shameless on here. But the only other woman that you can simp on here and get away with is Marina Granovskaya, the absolute 100%. Legend. 36 million for this man. Do you know how many?
Bro, just 33.
Alvaro Morata. I'm not calling Torres a flop. Kepa as well. There should be a couple of others, but Shevchenko, no, he was cheaper. There's a couple others, but it's not coming off the top of my head. But my point still stands. 36 million for Hakim Ziyech. For Pulisic, the 80 million. We got him for 50 something mil. We got less money for Timo Werner as well, who was meant to be 55. We got him for 48. Havertz didn't play today, but 130 million he was initially meant to be, and we got him for 62 million. Half the reason why we're even doing so well this summer is because of Marina Granovskaya.
She's the magic woman. She's the woman every man needs. And behind every successful man is a powerful, strong woman, and that's exactly what Marina is, mate. A powerful, strong. That's what that's
meant by Fulham, by the way. If you look at Lookman's penalty in the 97th minute, man, oh my god.
What was the score? What was the score? What was the score? I didn't.
It was 1-0 West Ham, right? It was 94 minutes added time. There was an extra 3 minutes added time put on. He's got this penalty to equalize. You know when you go for them chip penalties and it just really don't go off and you get barely any power on it.
Ooh.
97th minute, London equalize and you drop that. Like, oh my! I've only just seen it on Twitter now. In fact,
this is just classic Fulham. This is just classic Fulham. This is why you guys don't get anywhere.
Thinking up the rest of West London's reputation, these man. I've just sent it to you.
Yeah, man. Honestly, like, you know what? I want a rival. I want a West London like proper rival.
Do you know how we have big rivalry with Spurs, Fulham? I mean, not Fulham,
it's like we're forcing it. I can't be bothered.
United.
We're forcing these rivalries just because we're good. Because we've literally down the road, we've got a football club, Fulham, right? Why can't you just be half decent so we can actually like take you all out seriously? You man are bantorious, bro.
For one season.
Yeah, just do that. Don't even be mad successful. Just stay in the league. Just all you gotta do. Stay there. You know, build up this rivalry that we have in West London. We're literally down the road, man. It's like it's made to be the big rivalry.
The only decent one we've ever had was QPR, and even they didn't last longer than 2 seasons.
Yeah, but QPR's one was just a little bit heated, and then it was just dead. Like it died.
I know, but I can't lie. We had more heat in that than I've ever seen in a Fulham game. I did Fulham away for the first time last season, right? I could have been a friendly match. You've got fucking Fulham fans in the neutral zone right next to us, and I mean thousands of them. Like what?
How can you take them seriously when? Look, it just sums them up when you look at Craven Cottage, man. I mean, you know when you look at that stadium, how can you?
Is that true though?
Bro, it's the deadest stadium in England. They've got first of all, who names a stadium a cottage, bro? What kind of who thought of that? Do you know what I'm saying? So there's no respect.
I want to hear the backstory behind that because that is a madness.
Yeah, I really do. These men put Michael Jackson outside their stadium. Like, come on, where's your club legends at? Why are you putting Michael Jackson outside your stadium, bro?
The only legend they got now is Ruben.
Yeah,
continue. Go on. Yeah, what were we talking about the game before we even slipped up into this? Were we talking about Ziyech?
Yeah, Ziyech, the way Marina pulling off these mad strings left, right, and center, mate.
That was it. Marina, how she might have won us the title. I said that a bit early, but that moves me on to the next topic. Title race, cautious optimism, or it's just energy and you think, yeah, we're in this?
No, bro, listen, I'm going to stick to my microwave analogy. Just let it cook. We don't know where we are. I'm not going to say we're going to win the league, especially this season. It's too open, man. Anyone could. I mean, would I still believe in my team to win it? 100%, I'll back it. But the thing is, let's be realistic. We've got a good team that's gelling slowly but surely. Even against Sheffield United, let's see where they can go next. Let's see how they handle a good Newcastle. Let's see how they handle a good, a Tottenham team, should they turn up. Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. And then we can start going, all right, here we go. What's that? Oh, why are y'all pulling up my thing for? All right, cool. Was that Sammy? Is that Sammy behind the scenes?
Yep, that's Sammy.
Cool, Sammy, big up. Everyone go follow me on TikTok. TikTok on...
drop that TikTok. You're going to get a message from Ian in like half an hour. So how come you couldn't do that for me, you bastard? But yeah, go on.
Where were we? I completely lost my track right now. What were we talking about just then?
Title race. That was it. Title race.
That's it. So yeah, should we when we play the likes of Tottenham, the likes of Man City, Liverpool, if we start putting up good performances, it's like, all right. I mean, we don't even have to beat Liverpool or beat Man City. If we show quality in those games, then I'm gonna start believing the hype a bit. We didn't show any quality in the last Liverpool game. Fair enough. It was one of the first games of the season, and the team didn't really know each other. It's just hype right now. Remember, technically we are a month behind. We started the season a month late, so it's still early doors. Things will change. look, take away being a Chelsea fan, it's going to be an interesting season overall, bro. Southampton are on the flipping top of the league right now. Southampton, out of all teams, are sitting on the top of Premier League. So, hey, there's the main man. The main man. The main man.
Subscribe button on Carefree Lewis G right now if you haven't done it.
Go for it.
See that little button
Lewis unlocks
around. Press that.
Check him out. We got everyone's coming onto YouTube now, and me and you have been rocking on YouTube for a while. Now everyone's coming off.
It's my fault for not being as active on my personal as I should have been. But I blame 100% Chelsea for that. So
I need to get my Twitter up, man. I'm trying to get to your level. My Twitter is dead in the water.
Arsenal slander daily. There's no easier other way to do it.
Shall I hit the TL asleep tweets? Do they work?
Yeah, and also don't forget, no way have I done this more than Martial has shots on target this season because it's an easy.
Okay, that one was good. Your tweets, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Not just because I know you. Your tweets are fucking goated, bro. Your tweets are fucking amazing. If you don't follow this man on Twitter, what are you doing? But yeah, love it. You've woken up more times than Martial had shots on target. Ice cold Martial. Love it.
What a lukewarm Martial the way this season's been, although they have won yet.
Yeah. They played. They
pick up me in the chat. Come on. True Blues, go to chat.
But yeah, look, I'm looking forward to the. Can we swear on here? I don't know.
Someone probably already has, so just go for it. Sammy's giving the thumbs up too, so yeah.
Fuck the international break. Fuck the international break. I hate it. Why do we need it all? I swear
my content hates it. You got nothing to talk about for 2 weeks.
Why do I give a shit? Look, I used to look forward to England games before. I don't anymore. I don't know why. The magic is gone, right? Apart from like major tournaments, I'm all in, like crying and everything. But I don't give a shit about a friendly. I don't. Why do we have to play so many games? This Nation League shit is just blowing my mind. What's the point of it? I don't even understand it. Saying I'm a flipping football content creator, I don't even barely understand the Nations League. That's embarrassing, but that's what football's come to. Stop it. Let us stay on the line of Premier League. And I just pray. Listen, join me for a prayer right now. God, please don't let any of our players get injured during the international breaks. Not right now, please.
Yes, please. The only positive for this right now is that Kai Havertz is out and he'll be back afterwards.
Pulisic as well.
Time.
Yeah,
Pulisic as well. Yeah, I forgot about him.
I just there's another guy. Every time he touches the ball now, he's made of glass. I just don't want him to get injured. To be honest, thinking about it, right, I think we need to invest in another winger, a left winger. We're not going to play Hudson-Odoi, let's face it. We need to invest in a Ben Rahama after his loan spell is done. Is it a loan spell or did they sign him? It's a loan spell, right?
I think they signed him.
Oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was a loan spell? I think I played too much FIFA. But yeah, we need another left winger. If we're not gonna play Hudson-Odoi, if I'm gonna have to come on here every day and no one from the Chelsea backroom staff watches this, then it looks like my mission has failed. We need to actually sign a flipping left winger. Timo Werner, you paid 49 million on him. Don't waste him. Play him up front. He scored 6 goals now, 5-6 goals. He'll let him pick up his confidence in a position he can actually enjoy.
Oh my god.
Who's that?
Oh my god. What?
Who's that?
Oh, that was Louis from 100% Chelsea with all of his content and Imperial Wolf.
Is Sammy just chilling in the back?
Yeah, Sammy's just chilling at this point.
Sammy, you're bored, aren't you,
Look
mate?
at his face. Look at his face.
Hey!
He's going to drop you in now.
Let's go.
Can you hear me?
I was like, what? Yeah,
cool. Oh, crap.
Oh,
everything's gone wrong. Everything's malfunctioned now since I come on. There we go.
Lewis, look at Sammy with his professional camera and us two with our webcams and that.
And then you two are slacking.
To be fair, I bought this new
webcam, you know.
I know. Look, mine's 1080, bro. I'm like crystal clear.
Yeah, same. I was about to point it towards the laptop, like you were even going to see it. Like, what am I even thinking? But yeah, Sammy, thoughts on the game today?
What's the game? Lewis, I wanted to talk to you about. I think it was Seville. After the Seville game, you and me was on the phone-in show, and we're obviously both Lampard in and that, but we started to kind of get worried about how he can manage this team. If you don't,
Yeah.
And we both agreed around December is when we can start losing our patience.
Yeah.
But I don't know why, but since Ziyech has been back, like as a starter, not like a 5-minute sub, everything's starting to change, in my opinion. And I'm starting to get that hope again that I had from last season. And I honestly believe with over time, we can actually build something special. A lot of people are moaning about the penalties last game, but people are forgetting last season we wouldn't even have been in a position to get a penalty.
Why are they moaning?
I saw in the Lewis's watch along, someone was like, "Oh, if it was no penalties, it would be 0-0 still." When it was last season,
brings though.
That's what I'm saying. Last season, exactly. Last season, we wouldn't even had a striker in the box. Tammy would have been like on the wing somewhere, and we would have got a penalty. So, and look at United. And Lewis, you said this in the watch along as well. Look at United; they got top 4 because of penalties. So, getting a foul in a box is still part of football and still part of a way to win. So,
100%.
We're seeing so many things we didn't see last season. We're seeing less 100%. Goals. Oh God, we're getting. What was that me? We're seeing clean sheets. There's so many things that's completely different from last season. Lewis,
Sammy, I gotta put you on the spot though, and I keep saying it to Lewis.
Of course.
We're getting too excited by looking into the microwave. The stupid analogy.
I'm not saying we won the league. I'm not saying we're winning the league.
Yeah.
But I'm saying we're getting close.
Yeah.
Within 3 years, I think
it's an open race. I mean, even for this, if we're being realistic, take all the bias out, it's probably Liverpool's title. Even with the Van Dijk injury, they're still getting results. If they beat Manchester City same way, I think it'll be a tighter season, but they could win it.
But I don't see game last year we would have won this.
Chelsea if results went our way, because this season is an absolute madness. You can't predict anything.
So Liverpool got battered by Aston Villa 7-2. That should sum it up.
But the thing is with us, we would beat like last season. We beat City happily 1-0 clean sheet, and then lose the next game against a bottom league table. Where this season we've actually built Sheffield. I know everyone's saying Sheffield at the bottom of the season, but this Sheffield team would have beaten us or draw against us last season.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't you think? So that's why there's so much things. And all the issues are gone. I was moaning about Kepa every week. He's gone. Yeah. Lewis is not happy with Alonso. He's gone. Not many people are happy with Tammy Abraham, but he's starting to play well with Werner on the wing.
We had the issues with the transitioning from defense to attack, and now we've sorted that as well.
Exactly. So things are happening
last season. Our attack is breaking down teams, which we couldn't do last season. So many things that we aren't doing last season, we are doing now, which is why I'm thinking maybe. Just maybe. I mean, it's still early days, but
the only debate Chelsea fans are having now is Kante a CDM or Reece James as Peliquera. That's the only conversations now.
Good today. You know what? Kante actually played good today. He hasn't had the best run of games recently. I don't think he's had a bit of shaky games, but he actually played really good today. And I think the midfield was a standout. Kovacic. Hey, Lewis, we said it. I said it to you last week. I said, look, why isn't Kovacic in this team? He was our player of the season last year. That's disrespectful. He came in today. And he had a pretty good game. Bloody did all right, didn't he?
Yeah, I think a performance like this was overdue from Kovacic. I will say that because I've already said his performances haven't been at that level this season, but we're seeing it now.
How can it be overdue, though, when he's barely been getting game time? It's hard to say someone's performances are overdue when you're not giving him the time of day to play.
But when he's been playing, he hasn't justified getting more. That's the thing. Other than the Sevilla 0-0 draw, I don't think he's had a good game this season until today.
And neither has Mason Mount.
Mason Mount had the excuse that he was being played out of position, though, for most of it.
Good point. Fair point. No, I agree.
That's the thing. This is the same thing with Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi should be getting more game time, but when Hudson-Odoi's played, he hasn't really justified it for me, which is why I've gone from saying, Lampard, why aren't you playing Hudson-Odoi anymore, to, fine, I get why. You don't really look the same player on the pitch either. You don't look as confident. He's not really taking on players as much as he used to. Even the goal that he scored, it was a massive goalkeeping error.
The last one, yeah. The last one, 100%.
But it's not to say anything about coaching. Two
especially
completely different levels. Because
even the Hudson-Odoi one though, Lewis. Like, remember the guy's only turned 20 years old. He's playing for Chelsea Football Club. The reason that you want him to be confident is giving him more game time. That's why other players.
Then I think a loan for him has been so overdue.
Well, yeah, it's been overdue, but at this point, I think he's not even going to want a loan, to be honest. If someone like Bayern Munich are on his ass, then he's not going to be bothered about a loan. Listen, I think we have, especially this period of time now, just before we get into the bigger games towards the end of the year, play the kid, please. Just give him the chance and confidence to build. And look, Pulisic is going to come into the team, and Pulisic is probably most likely, obviously, going to be the number one choice. So give the kid his time, let him grow in development. And we've got other players. We can get those goals. We've got Werner. We've got Ziyech now, who's looking very good. We've got the midfield who are looking solid as well. They can get the goals.
If one of them's injured, then what?
If one of who?
The wingers are injured, then what? Because Mount on the wings is not working. So if it's only Odoi, Odoi is the only winger there, isn't he?
Yeah, that's another point. Yeah. This is his best time to play. All right, Lewis, you say Hudson-Odoi hasn't justified himself on the wing, but what on earth did Werner do in the wing today? He cut in and he scored those goals because he readjusted himself.
The argument is exactly the same.
He's not been good in the striker, though, Werner.
Same way, if we play Hudson-Odoi and he doesn't justify it either, I'd rather play somebody that I know has a habit of being able to win us penalties. Or if you find him in the right position, he will put the ball into the net. Burnley didn't do much because they was trying to get crosses into the box and he was barely struggling to find it on the other end of that with how Burnley was sat deep. But he found himself in the right position once and he got a goal. Same thing today.
What's your thoughts on him?
But the ball found him in one area and he got a goal. I wouldn't really see that from Hudson-Odoi. Same thing with penalties. So that's why I kind of justify Werner over Hudson-Odoi. Only just because I get the performances. Both of them ain't really up there on left wing, but that's why I would justify it.
Are you happy with him? I think he's an upgrade from Morata, Werner, or Werner, whatever you call him. He's an upgrade from Morata, but he still hasn't impressed me. But Werner's still not impressed me, in my opinion.
I know he hasn't been A-star quality, but it's another one of those things. It's a fucking curse at Chelsea, bro. I don't know who put black magic. I don't know who did the juju. I don't know, but they're ridiculous.
The start of the season, I was angry seeing Werner on the wing, but now I get it. I actually agree with Abraham being the striker now.
What Werner has working goals, he's brought in link-up play instead to cover it. He's got more involved in the play, whereas Tammy Abraham last season, or a Michy Batshuayi, I won't say Olivier Giroud, but a Batshuayi or a Tammy Abraham barely got involved in the link-up play. Tammy's even doing it more this season, so credit to him, but it was another thing that we didn't have last season that we have now.
What about Havertz?
For me as well,
we didn't miss him today.
I think with Havertz,
it's more growing into it.
Havertz has been on the ball. He looks excellent, but I think it's another case where you want to see a bit more of the output, but I do think it's coming. Every time he's been on the ball, he hasn't done anything to make me think, had the odd mistake to lead to a goal like once or twice, but other than that, he's been excellent.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts before we wrap this up? Because I'll be real, I really need to get some food.
I really, you know what? Fair play, because
Zaid back.
Yourself sane.
The chairman of Blues Fans TV.
Well done, you beat Pub Team. The real test is when you face the Arsenal, bro. Please. I think you lot struggled with them when you faced them earlier this season. Was it just 2-1 or something like that? Guys, please, Zayn, I love you, man. I've got massive love for you. But please know you are holding in unimaginable levels of smoke on Boxing Day. It is going to be peak. Thank you for the donation. Massively appreciated. But, bro, I know we're going to be talking to you more when we hit December.
You know what? Chelsea versus Arsenal on the watch-along. Lewis, invite him to come on at halftime. I want to see Zayn's face. I want to see if you're a keyboard warrior.
The challenge. What are you saying?
I actually want to see what he's like on camera, not on the keyboard.
So do I. If you want to jump on, just let us know. Guys, any other final thoughts?
Fuck the international break.
Bruh, we've got some podcasts coming on forward. You're more than welcome to come.
I will be absolutely honoured to jump on 100%. Let's do it. Let's get it done.
Come, we want episode 2 of the Blue Balls podcast. will be coming during the international break. But as for now, this is the end of the phone. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. This has been a very interactive phone-in. And I'm guessing because of the results, obviously a lot of people are more intrigued to join us. But yeah, it's been a great show. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. Guys, please smash the like and subscribe button to not just Viper Sport, not just Blues Fans TV, Carefree, Lewis Street, but everyone else who's jumped on as well. Gold Diggers, Monster, CFC, Backpost, Craigo 28 Football, Craigo 28 Sports, everybody. Smash the like and subscribe button for all of them. Guys,
I think I need my own personal channel now.
We will be seeing you guys through